individuals struggling with their mental health often aren't acknowledged for not giving in to their suicidal thoughts or their urges to self-harm or use substances. And if you're struggling today, I just wanted to let you know that I see you and I'm proud of you, and keep fighting. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure to make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button and give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content that's designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. It's also the best way to support that mission of shattering the mental health stigma and the best way to support the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Coming Down by 5 Finger Death Punch. This is a request from Eric with a K, no C's. I've known a lot of Erics in my life, and I know that Erics have a problem with everyone misspelling their name, it seems. So Eric with a K, no C's had come over on one of my Friday live streams and made a generous pledge toward my mental health outreach projects. And this is my token of appreciation, is reacting to a song of his choice. So my Friday live streams is just an opportunity where everyone on the channel can come in and talk about their mental health and check in, discuss struggles, discuss wins, and we all just kind of lift each other's energy up and hold space for each other. This is different than my Patreon. So my Patreon is an ongoing way that you can support my mental health outreach projects, and I have a doozy in the works that I am super excited to announce by the end of spring, so stay tuned. But as a Patreon, you also get priority song requests, you get to jump on multiple Zoom calls with me, little intimate things where we just hang out and play games and have fun and chat with each other. You get exclusive reactions and content that I only show my patrons, that I only share with my patrons. You get a sneak peek at the content and reactions for the channel, behind the scenes stuff, personalized stuff, and so much more. So make sure to check that out. Link is in the description. But today, like I said, I'm going to be doing Coming Down by 5 Finger Death Punch. And I have done a couple of other 5 Finger Death Punch reactions on the channel, one just last week actually. So I am familiar with the band now. I wasn't before this channel, but I am now, and I'm starting to get a feel. So I think I know what to expect, but you never know. So let's see if this continues the jive or if it's a little bit different. This music is creepy as heck.
Solid ground. I tried to look the other way, but I couldn't turn around. It's okay for you to hate me for all the things I've done. I've made a few mistakes, but I'm not the only one.
Let's touch on this for a second. You know, they trusted someone. That's what it's sounding like to me from the lyrics. They trusted someone, were close to someone, be it a parent, a friend, a partner. In this case, it seems like parents. And they did something to upset or disappoint this person, and that pushed them away. And now this relationship is strained. And I know every relationship, be it romantic or otherwise, or parent, child, whatever the case is, has its bumps and has its struggles and has its difficulties. But if not handled properly, if communication and stuff isn't handled properly, then this can lead to a feeling of not being able to live up to what the other person sees as an ideal friend or as an ideal child or as an ideal partner, whatever the case is. But this makes us question our own worth if we haven't built up the strong sense of self, if we don't have a stable sense of self and a strong self-esteem.
Step away from the ledge, I'm coming down. I could never be what you want me to. You pull me under to save yourself. You will never see what's inside of me. I pull you under just to save myself.
I don't mean to stop again so soon, but my God, can we stop the bullying, be it cyberbullying or in-person bullying? Stop the slut shaming. Stop trying to make other people fit into this little hole of what you think they should look like or act like or think or believe. It's ridiculous. Just allow people to be individuals. And if you are being bullied, first and foremost, there is help, there is support. There's a lot of people who will stand up for you. I personally will stand up for you. And just please know that, because I've been bullied and it was horrible. It was when I was a pretty young child, and then through a lot of my school career, I was bullied a lot. So I know what that's like, but we just need to stop partaking in that. I know that it could be so easy to get heated online and engage in all of these different things. Knock it off. Like, let's spread kindness and be empathetic and try and learn from another person instead of trying to constantly change their mind. I do want to say the Jewel pulling you under to save myself or save yourself shows that one person pulls down the other person with their actions, and in the end, the other person loses their battle and it pulls down the original person in grief. So I hope I explained that clearly. But when it comes to, clearly she has some kind of body dysmorphia going on. Look, we aren't born hating our body. That is very much a learned and conditioned behavior from our peers and things like that. And stop trying to please everyone else. Stop trying to fit into some kind of mold. Stop trying to save everyone else. Stop trying to live for everyone else, because in the end, you will die a martyr thinking that what you're doing is a sacrifice when there's no true benefit as a sacrifice would have. And I just want you to know that you're every bit as beautiful and worthy and capable as the people that you're comparing yourself to. And I get bullying. I get pressure to look a certain way. I was a Playboy model. I get it. There's so much pressure. I get these vices, but these are all masking the fact that you haven't seen your self-worth. And I have. And I won't stop until you do too.
Is there anybody out there? Is there anyone who cares? Is there anybody listening? Will they hear my final prayers? Step away from the ledge. I'm coming down. I could never be what you want me to. You pull me under to save
Oh, well, one stranger can save a life, but yeah. If you're in another country, I always post suicide hotlines by country. I post the link for that in the comments here. Please make sure that you're getting help if you are struggling, whether it is with suicidal thoughts, body dysmorphia, substance abuse, self-harm, whatever it is. There's so much support nowadays for people that will help you, and I'm one of them. That's why this channel exists, is to give you some place to come and talk about your struggles, talk about the things that you've been doing that you know might not be serving you, but you don't know how to stop. I want to be here to help. You know, this video should be shown in every school, in every country. This video should be something that every parent should be showing their teenagers to open up communication. And I think a lot of this boils down to communication. How are we using our words? I mean, think about how many themes of that were here in this video, in this story. You have the parents who are fighting, and that's causing turmoil with the boy who's being bullied, so people are using their words against him. The girl is being called all sorts of names, and I'm assuming the mother figure for her as well isn't communicating well. There's so much to be said. When if friends aren't communicating in a loving way or in a way that we can see and receive, then it's going to cause a lot of tragedy in the world. So we really should be focusing a lot more on communication, and that's one of the 3 C's of sustaining happiness in my Happiness Boost course. If you want to check out that framework, I do a 5-day free challenge where I can pop into your mailbox every day for 5 days. You get an email from me, and we'll teach you that framework, and one of those is the 3 C's to sustaining happiness, one of which is communication. It's a huge deal, guys. It's huge that we be able to communicate our boundaries, communicate our feelings in a healthy way, communicate our struggles. Communication, I think, could really just solve so much. Like, I feel like we could find world peace if we just learned how to communicate better. But this video shows the planning stages of suicide, and it gives behind the scenes to the person's struggles and desperation to connect, to have someone genuinely help them and show them hope. And that's what a person needs. And sometimes that's a friend, sometimes it's a stranger. I have seen a person crying before and just stopped and took them to a nearby coffee shop and just sat and bought them a coffee and listened to them, because it's really what they needed. And by the end of it, they were laughing and feeling better. You guys, if you've been out here on the channel for a while, know about Scotty, the homeless guy that I had helped quite a few years ago, but now I'm helping again as he's in another kind of difficult situation, okay, a huge difficult situation. But when I first took him out to lunch, I had saw him alongside the street, and he was asking for money. I gave him a few dollars, and I took him out to lunch, and he started crying and says, "You're the first person who's treated me like a human in years." And I'll just never forget that. And I now make a very big effort to talk to others and treat others like they're human, even if they don't believe what I believe, even if I don't agree with them, even if they're on a different life path. That's very, very important. But I think a big takeaway that's being depicted here also is that this is a reminder that in the end, nobody wants to die. Suicide isn't somebody wanting to die. It's the fact that the pain that they're feeling has now become greater than the coping skills that they have. And at that point, they don't know what else to do. And I just want to say, skills can be learned, and there's always more skills to be learned. And believe me, there's always something out there that will work for you, even if things haven't worked in the past, even if you feel like you've tried everything. I felt like that too, but it's important to keep trying to learn different skills, or keep trying different things, or just try in a different way, or try asking for help. Just please keep trying. I do think that we all need a friend who builds us up and who encourages us and empowers us, and in many ways protects us. Look at the protection that these friends and these family members could offer, that they would have never known had we not see the story play out. Obviously, they would have never known until it was too late. And it's just, I know that we need to have that friend, but it's also important to make sure that we're being that friend, and we're really just being that type of human to strangers. And a true friend will love you unconditionally. We should just be loving unconditionally anyway. But even though a friend like that is rare, believe me, they're worth the search. And if you don't know where to start looking, start right here. Start with dropping me a message or finding someone down here in the community. There are people that understand and there is help available. And I really just want to remind you of that. So again, I suppose my opening quote was far more poetic than I expected it to be, because I don't know what I'm getting into when I start a reaction or when I start a video like this. So it really is poetic though, and you are worth so much more than the symptoms of depression tell you. And just because someone has said nasty things, I get called names all the time. I have been bullied since childhood, and at the time it really did tear me down. But now I've built my self-esteem to where people can call me every name under the sun, and I know now that that's their process, not mine. That has nothing to do with my worth. It has nothing to do with my looks. It has nothing to do with my talent. It has everything to do with this person is struggling, and because they don't know how to deal with it, they're going to project that on someone else to try to get it out of them. It's not personal. It has nothing to do with you, even if it is someone close to you, unfortunately, who has betrayed your trust. You don't deserve that. You deserve love. And please feel free to share your stories here. I always say that. Share your stories here in the comments. That's how we shatter the mental health stigma, is by talking about it and by providing validation and community for people. And that upcoming mental health project that I've been working on is going to do just that in such a massive way. And like I said, that's where all my Patreon funds are going toward. All my funds from the channel, all my funds from my Friday live streams, all of that's going toward this project, because I really think it's going to make a huge difference in all of those things that kind of seem to be currently missing in the mental health community. So again, share your stories. I read every single comment. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it, because I guarantee you someone needs to see it. And I love you guys so, so, so much. Aww.